who is this ghastly man?
Your one and only favorite Muppet. Hello there, Booms. What's going on? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome back. James sent me this, so shout out to you, James. This is Chris Kamara's best moments. I don't know who Chris Kamara is, but judging from the thumbnail, it looks like, and it's from Sky Sports Premier League. So this is football, but covered by the Sky Studio, and Chris Kamara is highlighted. I guess he's pretty beloved by those of you who have the Sky Network over there, if that's what it's called. But it should be interesting. I wouldn't normally do a video like this, but it kind of gives me an insight as to how you guys watch football at home, I guess, a little bit. So I'm going to give this one a shot. It says, I don't know Jeff, so I guess that's an iconic moment that happened on live television. But hope you guys enjoy the reaction. And yeah, it should give me kind of a feel of what it's like to watch football at home. I doubt that it's going to be kind of like David Mitchell's perspective of football in his little skit that he did, because somewhere, it matters to someone, presumably, or whatever the hell he did. Look at it, look at the ball, you might miss something. It's probably not going to be that, but, you know, this guy, Chris Kamara, I bet he probably loves football. That's why he is doing this. Anyway, I'm blabbing on too much. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And let's check out Chris Kamara. Here we go.
Still Bournemouth come forward. Chris Kamara.
Yeah, they're still having a go, Jeff. I think there's a bit of time added on because they made another substitution. Everton, they took off Aruna Kone. They've got a chance, Jeff. It comes across the boat. It's a goal. Stanislav makes it 3-3.
For the first time, he could have said unbelievable, Jeff, and he didn't. Yeah, and you can see
he's really excited.
Huddersfield equaliser. Let's hear about it. Chris Kamara.
2-1 now, Carly, if you can hear me.
How many times do I have to tell him about calling me Carly?
Papa Bouba Diop, the man himself, is playing as a striker. And he's got Healy one side of him and Diamanti Kamara the other side. Papa Bouba Diop with a header. Ah, it's a goal. It's a goal, Jeff. Is it David Healy's running away? Andy Durso's playing on. Sorry, my monitor's down again. I'm looking over my shoulder. What? I don't really know. The assistant hasn't given it. Oh, the assistant hasn't given it, I don't think, Jeff.
I like his head turns. He turns almost completely around. Oops, sorry. Sorry.
No, the referee hasn't given it either. Don't really know what's happening, Jeff.
He was about to say shit.
Let's go find out what's happening in the game in Crystal Palace and Leicester. Palace starting pretty brightly. Has there been any threat at all from Leicester, though? Chris Kamara.
Oh, there has, Jeff. It's a goal! Yes! Wilfred Zaha! He just got the ball, played to his right foot. He opened his foot out and he hit it with a side foot ferocity into the back of the net. It's been a cracker, Jeff.
How's the second half started, Cammy?
Very, very open, Jeff. Both teams going for it. We've had a couple of half chances here and there. One penalty shout, which referee Phil Dowd turned away, and it certainly could have been Trippier tripped Schlupp, but he pushed. Schlupp had pushed Trippier before Trippier tripped up Slush, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we've had a few attacks in the second half, but no more goals.
I like his passion. I like his passion. He seems like a likable dude. You know what he kind of reminds me to have like an American counterpart? It's probably a bad comparison, though, because it's somebody I don't like. Dick Vitale, who covers... Here in the States, he's mostly on ESPN. He covers college basketball. But I don't know if Chris Kamara actually commentates in the games, or he's just like a go-to sideline sports reporter kind of guy. But Dick Vitale, he's kind of a talking head, and he's the color commentator on college basketball games, although he's pretty old at this point. I don't know if he still does it. But this guy Chris Kamara reminds me of Dick Vitale, except if he was likable. Dick Vitale is just, in my opinion, he's insufferable. He's pretty much the reason why I avoid watching college basketball, or I've avoided watching college basketball for the last decade or so, because I can't stand it. If you guys have ever seen Dick Vitale, watch a compilation on your own. It's just you can't understand what he says, except for when he goes, "It's March Madness, baby," and I just he's insufferable. I can't stand him. But this guy's likable.
And who is Slush? Cammy, it wasn't that far off being 2.
No, not at all. A decent strike from Kamara Dadau, and goalkeeper has to be alert down to his right-hand side, and he's groping and grasping and pushes it out for a corner. Yes, they are well on top, Bristol City.
Yeah, well on top and gone close to increasing that lead with Kamara Dadau. And they're still playing down at Loftus Road. Chris Kamara.
You still need me at the end of the game, Carly.
I've told you, Cammy, stop calling me Carly in public.
Carly.
For goodness sake.
Oh, the move was just...
Is that your name, though?
Their football arsenal is on another level, but Spurs are fighting like beavers, defending for their lives. It's a terrific game, still 1-0.
Wait, play it again.
Is on another level, but Spurs are fighting like beavers, defending for their lives. It's
Fighting like
game,
beavers.
still 1-0.
Did I hear that correctly? Yeah. Fighting like beavers.
Yes, you did.
Not tigers or lions, but beavers, those ferocious little devils. Crystal Palace finally beginning to threaten Manchester City. Chris Kamara.
They should have been level, punching down the left-hand side. A beautiful ball into the box, onto Benteke's head. He's got to head it anywhere to the side of Claudio Brava, but he can only head it straight at him. Sanya nearly brought down punching as well for a penalty, but they took the corner and nothing came of it.
Zachary Banya back in the starting lineup today for the first time in 7 games. The Canaries are on show down at Upton Park. It's not just the Canaries though, Cammy.
No, there's a pigeon on the pitch, Jeff. Walter is on there and he won't get off, and so the game has been abandoned for a pigeon. Just somebody run at it and it'll fly off, won't it?
He's right. Just run at it. It'll fly away. Frozen on his face. Yeah, this guy seems cool. I love his passion. That's another thing he has in common with Dick Fights. I hate comparing him to that guy, but he has... When he gets excited, it's almost like he's out of breath when he's talking, because he loves it so much.
Another goal in the game at the Emirates Stadium. Burnley were 2-0 behind, and all those who went for 3-0 to Arsenal are now looking mighty smart. Chris Kamara.
3-0 here, Carly.
I've told you before, Cammy, do not call me Carly in public. There have been 41 attempts on goal now, and a 5th goal, Chris Kamara.
Unbelievable, Jeff, what a cracking game. The ball bounced around the box like a pinball, and eventually bounced up in the air to Charlie Austin. Well, he wasn't going to look a gift horse in the mouth. He just nodded it in. 3-2 QPR.
And we're up to Fratton Park, where there's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
I don't know, Jeff, has there? I must have missed that. Red card.
Chris, have you not been watching? I haven't. I don't know where that's come from, Chris. I have no idea what has happened there. What's happened, Chris?
I don't know, Jeff.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest. I feel like Dick Vitale would make some shit up. Not this guy. He's just being honest. I don't know, Jeff.
I don't know. The rain must have got in my eyes, Jeff.
But Chris, let me tell you, according to our sources, Anthony Van Den Boer has been sent off for a second bookable offence. Get your fingers out and count up the number of Portsmouth players who are on the field.
No, you're right. I saw him go off, but I thought they were bringing a sub on, Jeff.
As professional as ever, Cammy.
Still 0-0.
cutting-edge reports on Gillette Soccer Saturday.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I love his passion. Ignore that. That was my notifications. But yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Guy you'd like to have a beer with and chat up some football, if you know what you're talking about, which I don't. But yeah, I could see why. And this particular compilation has a lot of views, so he must be really loved over across the Atlantic on the Sky Sports Premier League Network or Sky Sports Network. I'm not quite sure, but you guys will all let me know. You always do. But I love his passion. And I like that he doesn't take himself too seriously when he's caught off guard. And if he's calling this man Carly just to piss him off, it's a great gag. Just keep doing it. So Jeff Stelling, is that this guy's name? Because I got a recommendation up here. It says Jeff Stelling says goodbye to Soccer Saturday. So I guess he's not doing it anymore. But Chris Kamara probably is. Judging from his passion, he's probably still there. But great back and forth between those two guys. Yeah, there's some on our sports networks. I mean, the big one is ESPN, which ESPN is like a shell of its former self. It used to be great in the 2000s and the 90s. It was, you know, I would turn on ESPN before I went to school and then turn it on when I got home from school. Just nothing but sports highlights, but it's not quite like that anymore. But even today, there is some great back and forth between certain sports talking heads and personalities that are on there. So it would be, I guess, you know, for us, it would be like watching Stephen A. Smith. They don't have the same show together anymore. So maybe like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, but that's a totally different vibe, and it's not, you know, checking in on the field like it is with Chris Kamara. But the comparison I would make is Chris Kamara and Dick Vitale. But to me, anyway, first seeing Chris seems likable. Dick Vitale is not, in my opinion. So, but interesting video. So I get a taste of what watching the Sky Sports Network is all about. So that was cool. Thank you, James. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.